Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. Let me start recording. Okay, so this session is live in the different platform from Meetup, YouTube, and if you and also the Zoom. So if you have any questions, feel free to post a question in the chat, and I will help you to answer this question. So for today, we're gonna talk about the career in data science. First of all, this session is mainly for the beginners, who looking forward to transition to the data scientist positions. And if you already already in the that field, always feel free to share your opinions. So before we get started, I want to quickly share the website. I'm on the website from WeCloud.Data. So let me post in the chat and explore it by yourself as well. Let's talk about the career learning path, because you need to know what data scientists do. So in our website, you can go to the learning path and click the data science. So in this page, it will give you a brief introduction. What is data scientist and what kind of skills you need if you want to become data scientist? First of all, data scientist is not for everyone. So make sure if you are really into this industry, or if you want to do the transitions, please talk with our advisor, and they will find if you are the good fit for this career. In data scientist was less #1 promising job in 2020s, but in 2024 is I will say due to the job market, there will be a little bit less demand. So that's the fact. And also that's the challenge for all the not only data scientists, same as data analysts. So that's big impact, but it still brings lots of opportunities, especially there will be more specialized data scientists, especially for someone know how to tuning the large language model, NLP, and also specialize in one particular area. There's still a lot of potentials. Okay? First of all, let's talk about the salary. So for average salary in Canada, the data scientists start with 85,000, but average around 87. I believe it should be higher than that. So for average salary in United States is 116,000. What data scientists do, and the data scientists will be a part of the data teams. So data scientists will be the the key person to create the model. This model is give the answer to the, I would say, to make the answer to the question. For example, you can create a forecasting model to predict maybe the stock price or the inventory, and if this person has a good credits, like about how many credits we should provide. So data scientists will create models to make decisions on like what's depend on the business need. It's not necessarily means like you need to create a model that works for everything. The reason is a different industry or different company, they do require you have different domain knowledge, and the model could be very varies. But still, there are particular model you need to develop in the particular industry. Before we create these models, first of all, you have to understand the business need or understand the requirements, like what's expectation for this model to do. And then you want to do the pre-processing, for example, do the data interactions and integrations to connect different data to your models, and do the data pre-processing to make sure the model the data will be like prepared well before you feed to the model. Meanwhile, you do need to understanding the data. So lots of visualization you need to do. For example, the library could be using the Pilates or other visualization tools. Then you start to building a machine learning model. So most of data scientists spend like 70% of time on the pre-processing, and the rest of 30% time is working on the models and also do the tunings. So the last step is deploy the models into the productions, and also sometimes you want to do the monitories, give update to this project, and also you do need to explain this model to the maybe the owners or maybe the manager. If you have any questions, I will just stop here for a few seconds, just in case if you want to have any questions. So if no question, let's continue.
Sorry, I actually have a question.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so you mentioned that it was a really good kind of field within 2020 and it's competitive now. How competitive is the field right now in data science?
First of all, it's I will say it's really based on the in the current job market. So first of all, if you don't have experience, it's not like on like 2020, and there are lack of data scientists. For now, there are lots of good candidates. I will say like there may be like 50 or even hundreds people fight for one position. So there will be more data scientists available, like who will apply for that. So it's a very compete like a job market. But still, we do have lots of students able to land a job because there are few factors. First of all, it's based on your knowledge. Like, have you have that's relevant like knowledge? For example, if this company focuses on the NLP, then you have to know all the library from NLP and also the deploy the models. If it's a computer visions, then you have to know what's the state RNCN and build the computer vision models, right? That's first thing. So the knowledge, our domain knowledge side. The second factor is your relevant experience, right? So have you worked in the as a data scientist for long enough, and is that relevant to the job post? So that's second factors. And the last one is how the interview goes, right? So I think that's also will be very important. I would say the key point for you to get this job. So again, the company doesn't looking for someone is perfect. They will looking for someone is a best fit. So your relevant experience, your domain knowledge, and how you explain yourself to the interviewer is key for you to land the job. But again, so it's very competitive job market at this moment, and you may expect longer time to land a job as a data scientist or other data fields. Yeah. Did this answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So if no more question, let me talk about who can become data scientists. Again, so not everyone should go to data scientists because they do have some special requests. Like some company may require PhD or master degree. Some company are very flexible. They're looking for your experience. But it's always nice if you have a like a very strong math knowledge. And so we have students like accountings, MBAs, and engineering, so still able to land the data jobs. So the key is your like how much effort you can put on this learning. That's first thing. Secondly, are you able to explain, for example, as data scientist and data analysis, so presentation or tell the story is very important. So you have to tell why this model gonna work on this project and what kind of problem can solving. So that's some part you have to explain because most of company they hire you because they may not know what this model can do, and you have to be the person to translate this model or explain this model how this one able to function and what's the result. So that's lots of key factors as data scientists to explain the models well to like a treat everyone as a new learner, like they don't know this model. You have to explain it very well. Is there any question? Again, if you're interested to our stories, if you come from different background, if you learn our alumni like successful story, you can click here, and you may find someone has similar background and they're able to land this job. If you're interested, we can connect to that a person and let you know like how you can become data scientist. Again, so the income I already covered, but just let you know, some senior data scientists may get as very good pay. So as much as like 200K. It really depends on the company. Some big companies they able to pay you, especially if you are maybe for example, if you are previous experience like a managers, but you want to like move to the next step, become a data scientist manager or senior data like a scientist with just because you have relevant experience, have like a DevOps knowledge or anything that can like can give you more advanced. So which means that you are upskill yourself, become a more senior data scientist. So that's also good opportunity. So no matter you are from the which industry, and you can actually you can talk with our advisor, develop funds, what's the potential like income you will get. So we do have some very strong students. They are very high levels, but they just don't know the machine learning models, and they lack this training on the current company changes, like because all the company start to build the machine learning model. They prefer get internal promote, so they want to start ahead, or they want to just make sure he's right at that point. So that's why they join our courses and prepare for that promote and looking for that opportunities. Yeah. So there are lots of reasons like our students join these courses, but still if you're interested in with this like this data scientist opportunities, let us know. We can help you to decide if that's good for you. So for the salary wise, you can as you can see, the income is start from in Canada actually as our student, as far as I know, all the students start from 85,000. And we don't have any students have start salary is a start from 66,000. So always start from 85,000. Some student can reach like 100,000 for the first data scientist job. So let me just actually quickly explain like the program we offer. We offer part-time, we offer self-paced, and also we offer the live bootcamp. And if you are interested on these courses, let us know. It's normally 3 months to 6 months learning. And the self-paced means you learn by your own pace, but we still set up a schedule for you. you will receive one TA support, which means like the problem guarantee being solved. And also we have TL solvers, we have communities to help you to answer the questions. So let me actually dive deeper to one of the our like data scientist courses. I think that's the best way to let you know what kind of skills you need to know. So let me move on to the curriculum. Because we focus on the more applied data scientists or applied tools, right? So most of tools you're gonna use like a 90% of time you're gonna use like one of these tools. It's very rare, like the tools you learn, you're not able to use it. Like most of the time, when you learn from these courses, you could definitely gonna use it. And again, so if you're not sure what kind of skills you need, I do recommend you go to LinkedIn and search the job descriptions on one of the job and to find out like what kind of skills you need. But first of all, data scientist, you do need to know two most popular programming language is SQL and Python. So for the SQL, if you never use SQL, I think it doesn't take too long for you to learn the SQL syntax. The challenging part or most complex part is the data structure, especially for some big company that they have like thousands of tables and tons of data there. So you have to be the person able to find out the useful data. So that's why data visualization and analyze the data is very important. But still for the data scientist, you not necessary to be very strong with the data, like a database, because before you, there will be another team members, like a data engineer or data analysis. They will do some data preparations and data analysis. So they will provide the data you need to create a model. So, but still it's necessary for you to understand the schema or the data structure for interrupt data. And you only need to pick up the data you need. So normally in our courses or the knowledge you should have to handle the SQL problem is you need to know how to use MySQL, one of the most popular SQL database, and also Databricks, also very like a beginner friendly, and also Databricks can connect different database, and Tableau for the visualization bases, and sometimes you may need using the OpenAI and some Twitter API for the practice. So in the SQL part, you will learn what's the database and how to run SQL, data extractions, data transformation, and the data aggregations. So this part will be the data preprocessing. And then analytics functions, if you want to run analytics table, so you can use that analytics function to create that pivot table. SQL performance tunings, data explorations, and data preparation. So that's good enough for a data scientist. But most of data scientists, you may not focus on the SQL. Most of the time, you probably play with Python. So Python is probably more complex or difficult compared with SQL. First of all, there's just too many options in the Python. There are many libraries you can use. There are too many things you can do. But as the scientist, your main goal is understand the basic like data structure and how to create the functions and how to using the pandas data frame to do the data transformations, how to do the EDAs using the different library like visualization tools from the Python. And also we will have a project for you to practice it using the Selenium and the Beautiful Soup to create some like a very engaged project for you to complete. So again, in this stage, you probably just get more familiar with the Python, very beginner friendly. So very good practice in these courses. So once you complete both of them, then you will move on to the machine learning. Machine learning, it doesn't require you to have very strong knowledge with SQL Python. It's more for you to do the import the models, and most of models they already been pre-built, but you do need to do some customizations. And the Python and SQL is mainly for the data pre-processing, data visualizations, and prepare for that. And also, you may need to create a machine learning model pipelines using the Python. But when we just create the models, Python skill is not that important. Instead of the coding part, you will have more requirements on the mathematics, like our statics knowledge to understanding the data, and do the data preparations and the feature engineerings, and do some strategies, choosing the right machine learning models. So you will learn logistic and the decision tree, linear regressions. There's basic or classic machine learning model. So it's still very useful, even though there will be more deep learnings, more advanced like algorithm, like a GBM, XGBoost, Random Forest, they're still available. But still, as data scientists, you want using the most basic model to test the data qualities and also see which model do have better result. So during these courses, you only know the basic models, but you will learn the different strategies to handle different situations. For example, how to handle the supervised and the unsupervised data, how to create for example, how to create a bagging or stacking strategies to increase the models, how to reduce the dimension or do the feature selections, and to improve the model like efficiency. So there's lots of technique you can learn during these courses. And again, this just very basic fundamental knowledge, and you probably want to learn everything. And the reason is, as a new to data scientist, when you go to prepare for the interview, you never know what kind of question they will ask. So that's why you probably gonna hands-on most of this machine learning like pipelines. Any progress in this, you have to go through that. And sometimes you may spend most of time to understand maybe one algorithm and one tunings. Is normal because it's new to everyone, and it sometimes take more time for you to see how this model works and how to understand what's behind this algorithm. Once you complete the machine learning, and you will move on to the big data. Big data is also very important for especially in Canada. Like there are lots of banking. We have lots of students. They are working the banking, and they told us like the banking start to create or migrate their traditional database to the cloud, and lots of opportunities opening like in the future or currently, if you will know how to run the cloud, like how to create for example run the like pipeline data pipelines or machine learning model pipelines on the cloud is very important. So we actually, the big data courses we first launched, I believe like a few years ago, but we keep updating our materials. For most of students, you will learn use AWS, and you will learn what is cloud computing, how to storage the data. Could be relational and non-relational or SQL, non-SQL data. So how to create like a cluster, how to handle the large data, because most of the company like nowadays, once they decide to create a live data or streaming data, so they create like 100 of the megabyte or gigabyte data per day. So they cannot handle with the traditional like databases. So they had to move everything on the cloud, using the cloud computing to solve this problem. So it's very important to everyone to know it. So in the big data, you will learn the basic concept and the technologies, and learn what's the distributed computing, how to create a visualization using the cloud platform. In these courses, we will teach you how to using the Athena to visualize the dashboard, how to do the data wranglings and the data ingestions, and how to create a machine learning model to handle large data, and how to do the real-time analytics and other tools. So again, so we're not gonna teach you everything in the big data because there are just too many tools, and some tools most used by the data engineer, but not the data scientist. And the data scientist more specialized on using the data bricks. But we do teaching how to create a data pipeline and machine learning pipeline in these courses. And you're probably gonna love these courses because that's the most on-demand skills on current job market. Okay, so that's the courses you're gonna learn, or that's a skill you need to have when you go to the job market. But still, I will say sometimes it's still not enough. The reason is that what you learn during these courses is a very good practice, but you still need like a stand out. So stand out across this as mentioned like hundreds or like 50 or hundreds like a interviewer and they want to get this job, so they want to apply this job. And so you want to stand out, then you have to create a very strong resume, and this resume is based on your experience or project. So we do have some, there's two ways for you to do it. First way, we do have real-time project, and we will give you a project to complete. And that's most of the project is based on the demands of our client. And depends on the interest, we will send you to the project. So that's one option. But if you now join the real-time project, then you have to create your own portfolio project. So as most of people can see, actually, let me find if you can have some examples. So as most of people were looking your portfolio on GitHub, and that's one way. Another way, you do need to list what kind of work you have done. So experience is very important, and also the skills you have is also very, very important as well. Let me share another slide. Just give me 1 second. Well, meanwhile, if you have any questions, and you can just post in the chat, and I'll unmute yourself to ask any questions you want to ask. Okay, so here is my screen for the data scientist resume. So imagine like you already learned the skills, and now you want to apply for the job. So if I'm a HR, once I receive your resume, I'm probably just take a 10 seconds to 30 seconds to review your resume, because there are like hundreds of resumes there for me to complete. First of all, they will check your coding, just the key skills like coding, your machine learning, analytics, and big data. If it's matched on the job descriptions, then they will look into your relevant experience. Then they're looking forward the company you have worked with and the relevant experience. And also they look into the end-to-end projects, which is you complete during the courses or bootcamp. The last one will be the education background. So most of the time, if you find your key skill is not matching on the job description, you're probably not gonna get the interview. Secondly, when the relevant experience, it's also very important because lots of students, they are very doing well on the projects, but they cannot write a very good resume to explain what kind of the machine learning model or the business problem he can help solve or any relevant tools. So that's why we do have one like a mentor. So we will have a mentor help you to polish your resume, make sure your resume stand out. And meanwhile, if you want to create a GitHub, you can put on the top. So GitHub is just showcase the portfolio project you have complete. And it could be very different, right? So it could be a big data project, could be machine learning models. Again, for the machine learning model, it could be a forecasting, could be a computer visions, could be NLP, could be any machine learning model to solve the real world problem. But still, make sure you let your mentor or someone looking into your resume before you send it out. So as you can see, the education background most of the time is not that important. As long as you have bachelor degree and you have very strong experience, and you do well stand out. Just because as a HR, they just care about the skills and the relevant experience. If there's this match, then they will give you the next round. Then when you want the next round, our mentor can help you to do some mock-up interview, and they will help you to prepare. But again, what kind of question you will expect? And in the second round, it's probably just like a coding question, maybe one of the teammates from this company, like a team, one of the employees from the team, and we'll ask you some technical questions. For example, Python, SQL, maybe sometime live coding, some machine learning algorithm. So that's will be technical interview part, second round. The third round will be the you probably gonna directly talk with the managers, and the managers decide if you are the right fit or the project lead. So for every first round and second round, it may not that difficult for you to go over if you as long as you're able to receive the interview. The first round, second round, sorry, excuse me. It shouldn't be any challenge for most of the students because what you learn is already meets the requirements, and it's just like a test, right? So they want to make sure you have that skill set ready. But the challenge will be the third round. So the round, and when you talk with managers or you talk with someone who gonna work with you, they probably gonna ask you lots of question relevant to the previous job. So they were looking into your experience. For example, if you helping to building let's say like a forecasting model to forecasting the maybe the let's say the weather, or for example forecasting the weather. And if this company is from the government or like the weather network or anywhere, they want to have someone to create a forecasting model. So the question they probably are gonna ask, what kind of data you have been working with, right? Is this come from the like a SQL, MySQL, or it's from the AWS, and where the data come from? What kind of data preparation you have complete during this progress, and do you hands-on any cloud platform? What kind of the tools you using handle the big data, and any strategies if you find there's a low latencies, and how you gonna prevent like a data pipelines broken. So some question always relates to what you have done, and then they move on to the what kind of tools you use for the data transformations, and what happens if you find there's mistake being done during this pipeline, and then they talk about the model itself and how you're gonna handle that. So again, so this question is very related to your really real experience. And the reason they not only test your knowledge, they also make sure you're able to explain it or answer the question on the way they want. So they can help you, this can help them to decide if you are the right fit. So they normally didn't looking for the most strongest candidates. They're looking for the best fit because as a data field, some candidates, if they are overqualified or they are capable to do maybe a more advanced like a job, but he even though he come to this interview, the feeling this person may leave this position maybe after 6 months or a year. So that's why when you go to the interview and we prepare for the interview, the way to explain the problem and the way you can the manager know you can solve the problem with very professional way, and also good strategy and a good view to understand the problem is the key. And then they probably gonna just ask you about your maybe your time management, problem solving, and the soft skill as well. If you already able to pass the that's experience part, they're probably gonna make sure you're gonna be good fit. Like if they require lots of overtime or probably not, and if you're gonna accept that, or if you're able to handle like multiple things, are you a fast learner? And the other skills probably for example, Linux. Do you know Linux? Do you know how to create a interface for using the Java or other skills probably you don't have, but they will ask you during this interview. So overall, knowledge is one thing, experience second thing, and the way you can explain what you're capable to do is the key for you to land a job. Okay, is there any questions? So this is just an examples, but let me just go back to our courses. Again, so this course is just very designed for applied machine learning. So we don't teach you everything. I will say when I talk about everything is because each topic, when you explain it, there will be lots of paper or research or YouTube or other articles you can read. But as a applied data scientist, as long as you don't do the research, you just need to know how to run the model, how to apply it, how to make the machine learning model pipeline, how to make decision. So that's what will be the goal. And during this, there was you will learn all the things missing during either the project or the work, and also it will be very important for you to keep in mind the time for you to complete the courses, the time for you to get enough experience, and it could be needs like 6 months to a year. So it's not gonna be happen like you go into this courses in 1 month and then you're able to get a job offer in next month. So you do have expectation is like 6 months to a year for you to land a job, unless you already, again, as I mentioned, if you already know there is a potential job is open in your company or you have some referrals, they're looking for the specific models, and they can save the time, just narrow down to that particular models and do that particular practice. Then you don't need to spend too much time on the learning, and they just need to be more experienced to the relevant topics. Is there any question? Okay, so if no more questions, let me talk about the project is available. And first of all, like we're gonna send you to the project if you want to join the RealClimb project. It's based on the personal interest, manufacturer's personal interest, and your time commitment, and the industry you like, and what kind of skills you want to practice on. So we will send you with a right project. So each project normally will be 3 months. And once you complete the first project, and then we will encourage you to go to the job market, because at that point, and you will have work experience on your resume, and also you can receive the mentors. Yeah, so that's the RealClimb project. And if you want to learn these courses, but you find you do need some financial support, we do have some scholarship, like women in tech, layoff support, fresh grad. So if you want to get some scholarship, talk to our advisor, and they will let you know what kind of like a scholarship you can receive. So yeah, I think that's pretty much I want to cover for today. I can't cover lots of details because of the limit of the time. But if you have any questions, always feel free to go to our website and send us the email. You can find our email at the very bottom. So info@BigCloudData is the email. So if you have any questions about anything about this event or any other information you want to learn, you can email to us. If you are interested to the specific, like the courses, you can just explore yourself. We have several courses available. Yeah, so based on your need, right? So you can find the right one for you. But again, data scientist definitely is more advanced compared with the data analytics and data engineering. So I do recommend if you are have passion with the math and the machine learning model, and to join this career path. And so once you complete the data scientist, there another potential position is available, is a machine learning engineer. So machine learning engineer is a AI engineer, is a more advanced courses. And in these courses you will learn more advanced skills like machine learning operations and the deep learning or large language model operations, large language models, NLP, and computer vision. So more specialized, more advanced, and mainly for the deep learning. So there's another courses is available. And if you're interested to start from the scratch, like from zero, you also can do it, and you can just need to talk with our advisor. So just make sure that's the right career path for you. Okay, so if there's no more questions, I think I will stop in here. Thank you for joining this session, and I hope this session is very insightful. And if you have any question, I will just stay here for a few more minutes, just in case if you want to ask any like follow-up questions. And if
I have a question.
Yes.
So I'm currently graduating from my PhD, and I have a lot of the analytical abilities already that you've discussed. Do you have anything that's available just for the career mentorship towards the end? So that basically kind of transitioning into the industry. Do you have anything that you can offer for that?
Yes, we do have the career mentor. So we have WeCareer. So we do have yeah. So what I'm gonna suggest can leave your contact informations. But again, so do you just need the mentorship, or you do need some relevant experience? Like
I have a quite a relevant experience in data science. I did my PhD in electrical engineering with various different advanced analytics. I have everything that you kind of mentioned within the data science bootcamp and program is familiar with me. I'm just currently transitioning into the industry. I need help to look for opportunities as well as interviews and job opportunities.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you can go to our website, or you can leave your contact information to me, and
Okay.
I will find the person to contact with you. So we do have provided one-on-one mentors, and our mentor give you some suggestions, and also you can join our monthly mentor like a service, so you can ask any question you want. Yeah. So definitely we
Okay.
have this service available, and if you need anything more, you can always let us know. We will make sure you will get the right guidance, and also our mentor are from different industries. Depends on your personal interest, we will find you the best match mentor.
Okay, sounds good. And do you mind if I ask what the pricing is for the mentorship program is?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I don't know the cost because I'm
Okay.
more focused on the operation and the management side. So for the cost, you have to talk with one of my colleague and who is Joanne or Warney. So they will assist you, let you know the cost, and she will help you with that. If you don't mind, you can just send me your personal contact information in this chat, like a direct
Sounds good.
message to me, and I will
Okay.
just ask someone to look after you. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. So if you do more questions, again, thank you guys to join, and I will see you in the future. Thanks. You're welcome. Have a good one. Bye.